Good Sunday morning, everyone. It's time for the weekly market prep, and we're going to get started here. We're going to get levels marked and zones marked and get prepared and kind of see what things look like and where they can head. But before I even think about taking a trade, I want to know what price is doing. So this morning we're going to mark those higher time frame zones. We're going to look at key price levels, and we're going to build maybe a watch list for the week, but I don't get hung up on. I want to focus on one certain thing or two. I just kind of browse and I just kind of keep an eye on all the ones that I like to trade, and I just let price come to me, and I just wait. So on the future side, we're going to look at MNQ, NQ, GC, MGC, ES, and MES, and oil, CL. So, and then, I'll have stocks that I'll check also and get those levels marked. But um, remember, we're not looking for entry today. We're just getting prepared so we're ready, because if you're like me, you're going to have to work, and you don't have time to sit in front of the computer. So, this is part of the preparation of getting ready for this coming week and for tomorrow. So, we'll start out here on NQ. You see, I have a supply zone made right here, and this is from Friday, and this is the real-time trading hours, the RTH, and here is our supply, and you see down here we have our demand already here. The next, let's look at gold, and you see here's my zones from Friday. I still got to get them taken off, but those were two different zones, and there's a trade that I actually took. But here's our supply zone on gold, and let's see if we got a clear over here. Let me move it over so you all can see, but we're going to move that over to here. Now, yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to change that color because I always have my demand blue and my supply yellow, and I leave them up unless they get broken. Then got ES, and these are once you start figuring out where these supply and demand zones, and this is on the 5-minute time frame. You can find them really quick and get them marked, because these are going to be key levels, key zones that price may try to go and take the liquidity from, and so I want to make sure I have those ready. And then I will do the same on MES, MNQ, and MGC. I'll do the same thing there on those. Now, let's look here while we're on ES. And you can probably see all my blue lines up here. Those are just profit targets. Like, those are levels on the 15-minute that I mark, and those are going to be the levels that I look for to price to come back to. And like I said, I have these all marked out because I'm working, so I do not always have time to sit there and look and try to find price. So yes, I'll have a lot of these blue lines on because a lot of times I'm at work and I cannot sit there and search for all this as the trade's going on. I just don't have time. I'm just want to be prepared, which is, that's part of it been allowing me to do what I've been doing on the trading side. So and then I'll just try to find these levels as you go down through here. You can see them. Like this wick right here, that will be a place we more than likely stop. And this is all on the 15-minute for day trading. So now, sometimes you get the right event and you will just fly up through all this, but that should be about it. And then you see I already have levels marked. I already have levels marked down below, so I'm ready. I'm ready if price comes down or if price goes up. I'm ready either way, and I don't have to worry. So let's get on MNQ. Get things taken care of up there, and see, I leave. These are supply zones. We're on the 15 minutes still yet here, but these are supply zones on the 5 minute. And you see, I leave them up because we have not broke through them. We have not broke above them. So if we haven't broke above them, they're still valid, and at some point, price will come back. So I leave them there because when it does come back, it's going to react off these areas. Price will react off of them. Now, it may blow through them to begin with, but then it may come back, retest it, and then run. Or it's going to come up and reject and come down. So I like to know why did it reject or why did it come and retest, because there's a zone there. So okay, so now let's get MNQ here. Okay, now here you see here on MNQ I have this 12-hour FVG, and this is a buy side. So this big fair value gap is it's a buy side on a 12-hour time frame, and I like to leave that on there because as you see, this is a place where price is going to react because this is institutional money that pushed this up. Retail money did not push this 12-hour time frame up. So now that we got that, now let's get our demand mark, and here's the demand right here, and we'll look for our supply zone for that. And I'm just using the last real trading hour day. That's it. Supply and demand. Supply up here, demand down here. And once I get them marked, like I said, then we will go to the 15-minute. We will start marking up our price target levels. You see, we're going to use the wrong thing there. We get them marked, and then we're prepared for the week, or prepared for tomorrow or this evening if we decide to trade Asia tonight on Sunday evening. But I just try to go through here and look, where do I have a lot of touches on the candle closes or the wicks. Sometimes you're going to find these wicks and you'll have several, like right, and get this one, just like this one right here. You got wicks over here, and so that's a level. And then right up here, this would be one I would mark for sure also. And then as we continue to come up, I would continue marking these. But you see, I have all these ready, and that should be enough going up. This area here will be a big resistance level because it is a 12-hour buy side. So we're going to have institutional money to push it down through here. So something to watch this coming week. I also trade oil. It tends to do pretty good for me. And I will mark it. Well, we'll mark these levels out first since we're still on this screen. And let me move that over so you can see it. Mark these levels out. And oil doesn't tend to move as rapidly or as wildly as NQ does. It does move well, and it does respect structure, which is what I like. Now let's get on the 5-minute here. So where's our demand? It's right here. And how do you find the demand? The demand zone is the last down candle before the leg up or the displacement up. So that would be right here. because this displaced up with these two here. So there's your demand. Supply, we are probably back into it. Yeah, there's the supply zone. So we're back in supply. So we'll see what happens on oil when it opens tonight. But that's what I do. I'll do this for stocks also. I'll just run through, check everyone. It doesn't take very long. It took me a little longer just sitting here explaining, but you can run through that stuff real quick. Just marking demand, supply, mark your profit targets on the 15-minute, and then you're prepared for the next trading session. And I do that every day, and I make sure I'm ready for the next day. So I'll either do it the evening before or when I'm up early in the morning. I'll get those things done, and then when I'm at work, I already know where my levels are, whether price goes up or down, it doesn't matter. And I don't try to predict that. I just wait for the price to tell me what it's going to do. So, preparation has become one of the biggest edges in my trading. Most traders spend their time looking for trades. I like to spend mine looking for confirmation. And so we've got the charts marked, and we're ahead on that. So we are ready for the open later, and we're ready for the open tomorrow. And we'll just have to wait and see.